Thank you so much for listening to Urbanistica podcast. I am Mustafa, Sherif, an urban planner, and you're more than welcome to join my big journey of exploring the making of smarter and more livable cities. Please don't forget to follow Urbanistica on the different social media platforms, and also let's connect on LinkedIn. Big thanks to Urbanistica podcast partner, AFRI. AFRI is an international engineering and design company providing sustainable solutions in the fields of energy, industry, and infrastructure. Are you ready for a new episode? Let's go for it. Hello, good people. Thank you so much again for listening to Urbanistica podcast one more time. Happy New Year. I hope you had a great New Year celebration. Maybe at home, maybe outside. And also, I hope you really feel good and not having the COVID-19. I hope you're safe, your family and people you love, your colleagues. So I just wanted to update you that we are back again online. The podcast is back again online. After a break for the new year and holidays. I'm really happy to receive all your emails, messages, and DMs on LinkedIn or Instagram. I just wanted to update you also about some statistic from 2021 and also tell you what is the plan for 2022. So back to 2021, actually we recorded 80 episodes and it's about 100 hours of storytelling about the making of smarter and more livable cities for people. So I'm really happy. I'm really grateful that you're listening. I'm really grateful for all the guests that have been here or by Zoom. It's really interesting to listen to the different perspective about how do we create a smarter city for people. And also I'm super happy because now up to date, we have listeners from 122 countries. We are taking over the world, and I'm so happy by that we are spreading the words of urban planning, architecture, lighting design, public art, and you name it. So these some interesting statistics from 2021. And also for the 2022, I'm planning to invite more students to share with us their master thesis or interesting thesis that they did, and especially topics that we are not really working with or paying attention to during our daily life when we are at work. So it's going to be interesting to see the different perspectives, especially from students. I will invite also people, users of the city, tell us more about their experience. How do they feel in the city? What is good? What is bad? What can we do as professionals, like urban planners, landscape architects, engineers, traffic planners, and you name it. I'm really looking forward to 2022. And also, of course, we're going to talk placemaking. We're going to invite more professionals telling us stories from different countries and so on. It's going to be super interesting. And I got many questions from you about why I was not active the last 2 months, let's say November, December, and also now January. The thing that I had a project in Dubai in relation to Dubai Expo 2020, and it's called Hack for Earth, and it's a global hackathon in collaboration with the United Nations, Swedish Pavilion, Expo 2020 Dubai, and other partners. I will put the link and you can read more about the project. Yeah, that's why I was not so super active on social media, especially on Instagram. But I had the chance to actually visit Dubai and be in Dubai and visit the Expo 2020 in Dubai. Super interesting. I really recommend you to visit it if you have the chance, or follow it virtually. And it's about 3 themes: sustainability, mobility, and opportunity. There were, I think, 200 pavilions, 192 countries participating in this and having their own pavilion. And what was interesting for me actually during the expo, I visited 100 pavilions, 100 countries pavilions, and many of the pavilions, they had a smart city exhibition. They show how do they work with a smart city in their own countries and so on. What is interesting, the innovation, how far and interesting products we have now, with AI and so on. it's so interesting to plan cities actually in help with the technology. So many different devices, so many different software, products, like things I never saw before. Even if I run the Smart City podcast, I saw many interesting things actually. But the thing that I didn't see so much, again, I didn't visit all the countries, but what I was missing is the human part of the smart city. How, like, what kind of smart city are we planning? Are we planning a human-centric city, or like a technology-based city? Like, we're planning a city just because it's cool to do some products and sell the products and so on. So I didn't really feel like, from the presentations I saw, the exhibition, I didn't see the link between the human and the smart city. Of course, we are saving a lot of resources, being smart in energy, in producing energy and taking care of water and so on. But I didn't see like where people come in this. Like, what about the life in between building? What about the socializing? How about children? Like my focus area as well. So I didn't see that in the smart city exhibitions. And that's interesting. That's raised a question again. What kind of city are we planning? What are we thinking? And so on. But it was so innovative to see like the human brain. What can we produce? A lot of interesting robots that help us with everything like in our daily life. So the part that I was missing actually, like the human part in the presentation of Smart City. But also I'm super happy because I had the chance to meet some architects, planners, design thinkers, professionals, and talk about the region there. Because usually I interview people from Scandinavia and Europe, but I didn't have the chance to invite people to the podcast from Dubai or Middle East. So I'm super happy now, and we are planning some new episode. There's a coming episode about especially the expo area, and this will be transformed to be more like an area for living, working, and entertainment. So it will be interesting to hear from Expo 2020, District 2020, about how will they transform all this huge exhibitions area with pavilions and turn it to like let's say a normal area with the housing units, with parks, playgrounds, and so on. So I'm looking forward to open this dialogue, conversation, discussion with the interesting and smart people from Dubai. So we share and we exchange experience with each other. And again, I will be more than happy if you nominate and suggest guests that I can interview, and that you think this person has really interesting perspective and something new to bring to the table. So please just email me or write me on social media, or even nominate on the homepage. There is a special function. I will put all the links down. So I'm really happy. I will be more than happy also to receive feedback from you, or there's some questions that you like me to ask the guest. Some questions you think they are boring that we should skip. I know many people told me why the episode is so long, 1 hour, can you just make it shorter? The thing that I think it's interesting, and also like the numbers of listeners show that it's interesting to listen to this personal story of the guest, not only about the project. Because also I believe that like all of us are leaders and have something to bring, and we shouldn't only talk about the project. We should also talk about like the person behind the project, exchange something, some stories, personal stories. Maybe I get inspired by something, and talk about passion, because I think the aim of projects are much more bigger than just delivering the project and do something. There's like this big aim, and that's why the episode is so long, and that's why I'm so interested also in knowing more the person, what are the principles behind this person, and vision, passion, dreams, and so on. So that's why the episode is so long, and not like 30 minutes or 15 minutes summarizing the project, because I guess we all can read about the project on homepages when we Google, but we cannot really get into the deep of the details behind the scenes of the project, which I would love to explore together with my guest. And that's why the episode is so long. And yeah, that's it for this episode. Thank you again. I'm really happy, and I'm looking forward to 2022. Let's keep in touch. Write me feedback. Nominate guests. Also important, please, if you're listening from Spotify, please put 5 stars, of course, if you love the podcast. And if you're listening from iTunes, don't forget to write a review. I really appreciate the time that you put on Urbanistica podcast. In the end, keep up the good work. Keep loving cities. Greetings from me, Mustafa Sherif, from the heart of Scandinavia, from Stockholm, Sweden.